guys, just a quick update on the portfolio. It's been a while now. I have managed to be in the green.
Welcome to the Investor Center. How'd you fucking do that?
So we are now in profits. You can see the portfolio value is $5,024.
I feel good.
That's good to see. Catching some momentum lately. Still, we have an unrealized loss of $52. So we have some potential gains if the stocks gets back to even there. These are so far my positions now with most gains. That's Baker Hughes, FedEx, Glencore, and NG. My latest trades, what can I say? Tesla is once again back as the most investments that I've made. So net investment is $340 in Tesla, and the value is $303. That means that we have an unrealized loss here so far of almost $37. So Tesla, they have some negative momentum going on because they had surprise on the downside in terms of EV sales in China. It's not looking too promising there, but still Tesla is, in my view, one of the few EV companies that will make it through if we will have a slowdown or a coming recession. And once we get back out on the other side, then the market shares for the companies that survive will be huge. Yeah, so I have a high conviction in Tesla, and I can just show you here now how it is going with my Tesla trades. So yeah, you can see I have identified a lot of potential support and resistance levels there. So we are now reaching that lowest significant level, which was on $176.82. So we breached that now. The stock price is currently trading at $175.13. So we had a little bounce here, and then I've started now to lock in some profits. So if the stock, if I have let's say a 5% gain in a stock, then I have started to set the trailing stop loss at around, let's say 4%. At least I think it is good to lock in some profits. This might not be the correct strategy if you have a little bit more like a swing trade, medium, let's say a couple of weeks view. But for me now, it's just like it's painful to see losses if I have some profits, and I'm very skeptical about the economy. Yeah, so that is the Tesla trade. I just need to buy the dip on those stocks that I have high conviction in. So now I don't really see where the next support level should be. Let me see if I can find that now. Yeah, here we have a gap. This gap here has not been closed out. So we might actually go down to these levels around 150. So I think this here, also this low from April 27 last year, this is definitely a significant level. I think it's around this level right here. So let's see if that level coincides with something back. Yeah, you can see it also have been acting as a resistance back in October 2020. Yeah, so this is has some resistance here. You see in September, fall 2020, it has acted as quite a heavy resistance level before it broke out. It was a huge bull run that happened at the end of 2020. So now I told myself that if it drops down to these kind of levels again, especially down to 100, then I will just buy with everything I have. So now I'm a little bit conservative, or my approach now is still that I want to have the stock price come down to a significant level before I buy. And usually I want to see a green candle when I buy, just to mitigate the risk of catching a falling knife. If it drops further down here, then I will definitely buy 153 level. Let me see if I can find some more significant levels. Yeah, I think maybe this level right here can also be a significant level. Let me see. Yeah, there. Bounce up several times here. So this is this 165 level. Yeah, you can see acted as support, acted as support, acted as a resistance, support, and then it took off. And yes, that is also a significant level. So from today's price of $176 down to $165, it's about a 6% drop. So that's where I'll buy, definitely. And then also, if it drops down to 153, then I'll buy additionally. So, but still, I need to be a little bit mindful. We only have $5,000 in total in the portfolio, and I've already now bought Tesla stock for $340. So I think maybe I should have a maximum of 10% in one stock. But of course, I will not have any set hard criteria there, because if it drops down to 100, then I'm comfortable just adding everything I have in Tesla. That's just how I am. So if I have high conviction, then it's so much easier for me to just buy the dips. Yeah, so this Tbanks, Fabege, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's a Swedish real estate company. You can see that it had a huge run from October to December last year. So that was when long rates started to drop heavily, and also that was during the time period where Fed kind of pivoted. So the market rallied hard, especially long duration assets. So it had a nice rally. And at this point right here, it was priced in maybe 6 or 7 rate cuts by the Fed in 2024. And then you see that now it has been repriced again, because the market is getting more and more skeptical that Fed will actually cut that many times. So now I guess it's about 3 or 4 rate cuts that is priced in for this year. So you can see that the long duration assets again are repricing. So this stock has dropped significantly so far this year. And it has dropped, let's say, from this high right here down to this low, about 27% drop. Here I identified this stock because it has nice cash flow. I don't think they have too much debt, so that should be manageable even with a high rate environment. And we see that it was oversold on the RSI. It had created a nicely bullish RSI divergence back in end of February this year. So that's where I had this on the radar. And then when it opened higher in yesterday's close, so you can see that yesterday it had a very, very nice bullish candle. So it opened at 85.40 and closed at 89.04. And then it opened today at 89.08. So that's marginally higher than 89.04.
Decimal points, high frequency, bang, bang, bang.
So that's when I bought. So hopefully we can get a nice bounce. So I'm hoping at least a 10% gain. 20 is the optimal, but I think maybe this is some kind of like a resistance level right here, around 9-10%. So you can see probably gonna have a little bounce and then hopefully continue upwards. High conviction. I don't really like Swedish real estate companies, so that's why I only bought for $20 in this stock. Yeah. I saw this setup and it was too good not to invest anything, so that was the rationale behind that trade. Other than that, you can see that the European stocks, they are trending nicely upwards again. So ENI also has a nice momentum going on now. Tried to reach higher, got pulled back today. So I can expect that we will have a retest at one of these levels, either the 100 EMA, that's the orange line, or the 50 EMA, which is the green line. Hopefully we can have a little bounce here before we reach our target up at 15 euros. So that will be very, very nice. Also Equinor, which was one of my high conviction stocks. So you can see I have, that's the next biggest position I have. By far, Tesla and Equinor is the biggest positions. You can see $300 in Equinor. So, but this stock is catching nice momentum now, and the oil price is staying high. So I think this has momentum to catch, at least up to another 8-10%. Maybe close this gap right here. Be nice. My Equinor trade But it's nice to see that the stocks I have identified, that they have that kind of nice bounce that I was hoping for, even though it takes some time. Also on Aker BP, that's another oil and gas company. So we have $180 invested there, down 4% as well. Average open price is $172. Now it's trading at $261, or a Noki, I would say. Sorry, Noki.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I think this is building up some nice momentum here. You can see that it's clear. You can clearly see that the RSI is building momentum. It goes higher and higher, while the stock price is trading either down or sideways. So I think we have a nice momentum. So just need a little catalyst, or if investors start to have a little bit more conviction in the stock and see this trading pattern, for example, algo traders, then we can have a nice bounce at least up to the next significant level. That's another 4% up. Then we'll be break even, and hopefully we can just penetrate these levels again and get up to maybe around this range, about 10, 11, 12% gain here. That is ideally what we were hoping for, and hopefully we can catch this drift before the next earnings call. So that's about it. I don't know. Hopefully we'll catch a drift, and then this bankroll will soon never see below 5,000 again. That's what I'm hoping for. Other than that, I don't really know, guys. I'm just buying the dips on some of the stocks. If you look at my Twitter account, you can see all my trades. I update now. I had 2 stop losses triggered, and I got on the one Glen position, I got 8.5% gain, and then on the RVE position, I got 4.7% gain. So here you can see also when I set the stop loss, you can see what kind of levels I have set there. I locked in a 4% profit, for example here. Also, when I buy a stock, I post it, and sometimes I also add a little bit rational behind why I initiated a position, for example. Hi guys, just one last thing. I just wanted to show you all my trades. I'm in the Excel spreadsheet. So here you can see all the trades positions I have opened. So today, that Swedish real estate company. 2 days ago, I initiated a lot of trades here. You can see H&M, Sainsbury, Endesa, Tesla, and Starbucks. So this was just buying the dips. As you can see, rational. I write comments for the rational for buying, and also comments on the sell. That's just for me to going forward to know when I go back in time to evaluate my trades. I can see the rationale for why I bought and why I sold. So in many cases, just buying the dips. But if I initiate a position, then I also write a little bit more thorough rationale for why I buy. So that's it. Yeah, what else? Yeah, this is something that I can probably mention. So on the 4th of March, I initiated 2 positions, short positions, in NASDAQ, the QQQ, and then the QQQJ. So this first here, the NASDAQ Next Gen 100, that was actually a mistake. I was supposed to only short the QQQ, but somehow I got to the QQQJ.
Bring the toy back. Bring the toy back to the carpet. Bring it back to the carpet.
Initiated a $100 short trade there. But then I quickly realized that I made a mistake, so I also initiated a $100 short position in the ETF that I was supposed to short, the QQQ. So that's NASDAQ 100. So on the 4th of March, let's see here. Let's see, QQQ. Oh, I'm on the free version, so I can only have 30 stocks or investments in each list. So yeah. So on the 4th, that was this Monday. So you can see that when we were here trading here, this is what I saw. So I saw a huge run, and you can see that we have a lot of bearish divergence. Actually back from starting in the 19th of December last year. So as building up a significantly more and more bearish divergence, you can see the RSI just drops lower and lower. At the same time, the stock price just goes higher and higher. So this just indicates to me that something might happen. But you can see that even though we had this bearish divergence back in, let's say, January 25th, the stock price just trended upwards. So it can take a lot of time before the trend reverse. But that was just like a very good indication. I thought it was a nice risk reward trade. So that's why I initiated a short position and then immediately dropped, but now it's back up again. But the thing is that this is also kind of like a hedge against my other positions, because I have a lot of, let me see, go back to my, what's this? Yeah, so I'm back in my portfolio. So you can see I have Tesla, I have a lot of stocks that, they are not exactly NASDAQ 100 stocks, many of them, but at least if the market drops, then my stocks will also drop. So this is also kind of like a hedge. So I think it is a very nice risk reward hedge because you have that bearish divergence. So this might drop even though my stocks don't. So that was rational for that short position. This is just an experiment. This is not something I usually do, but when I see this heavy bearish RSI divergence, this is kind of like my trading strategy is to look for those either overbought or oversold, mostly oversold. So when I see a bullish RSI divergence, that's kind of like my ideal case. But in this case, you can just see the bearish divergence has been for such a long time, and it's just like it's the perfect setup. I think you have the RSI just trending downwards. It's clearly that the momentum is weakening, yet the stock price just increases. So fewer and fewer buyers here. The momentum is getting weaker and weaker, and then when there is no more buyers, then the party stops, and then we will retest one of these levels here. I wouldn't be surprised if we retest either this 100 or 200 EMAs at some point. Yeah, so that was it, guys. Thank you very much and have a nice weekend. Do you feel it in the air? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? I feel it in the air.